The screen is up though. Huh? It's not the screen is up. That might be the other one. That's not the most recent. Can be. All right, that's the one. All right, Salakia for that. Now it should be good. All right, Salakia for that. I had technical difficulties. Everything should be up and running and on point. And when I play this excerpt, whoever in here, just tell me you hear it when I play it. You know what? I'm tripping. Make sure I see it and hear it. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to get infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Harakakadash, double honors to my elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, salutation to my fellow ladies in the Mashiach Yahushua, puts in blood, true cross the four winds. All right, I had technical difficulties, so I'm right back at you like I never left. Through spirit and power, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua. And I want to bring out this, the water, brother. And I'm going to just pick up where I left out and bring up this clip, all right, with George Orwell, all right, from the movie. And I'm going to put the movie in the description box once it get uploaded to YouTube. All right, so you can check out this movie. Very prophetic movie. But it's going to show you how fucked up and how satanic this society is and how your children can be your enemies in the society. And I got the proof from when I went to court last week. But I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to bring out the more information on what I went through, okay? Because this is a testimonial. All right, so with that, I'll play this clip.
The term usually applied to such kids is child hero. Had a paragraph detailing how a spy overheard some heretical remark being spoken by his parents or a relative and had given them up to the Fort Police. The term usually applied to such kids is child hero. This, of course, is the fate of Tom Parsons in Part 3, his own daughter having overheard him shouting, "Down with Big Brother," in his sleep. Given such a culture, it's no wonder.
You see, now the guy was thrown in jail because his child spied on him. All right, that's going to be, all right, that's going to be this new system, man. All right, your children that's going to school in the satanic educational industrial complex, they're going to be brainwashed into looking at you as an enemy if you're not synchronized with the satanic society. They're going to roll out a whole new system. The Constitution is going to be done away with. Free thought is going to be taken away. Individuality is going to be taken away. You having a mindset, you being a so-called Christian, this person being a so-called Muslim, this person being a so-called Buddhist, this person just don't believe nothing. All that individuality is going to be taken away, and your children are going to be brainwashed, MK Ultra style. All right, and they're going to be your enemies in your household. And if you say something in that house and they go report it back to school, you're going to jail. That's the new system, and I've witnessed it. I just witnessed it last week. All right, the birth pains of it. Okay, now listen to this. All right, this movie was very prophetic.
Wonder then that it's quite normal for most parents to be afraid of their own children, a trend most exemplified in the wretched Mrs. Parsons. For the party, marriage and children have thus mostly been successfully warped to serve its purposes of helping to maintain its own grip on absolute power. Marriages are generally loveless and akin to a semi-permanent chore, whereby the couple serve as breeders to repopulate the next generation.
All right, so the new system to get rolled out, a man can't have love, emotion, and passion for his children. He's only And then the government is going to give you your own woman, all right, not a woman of your choosing, and y'all only having sex to procreate. And then that child, you're going to have no emotional connection to it, and the system is going to raise that child and put its philosophies in it. And when that child grows up, you and that child are not going to have no connection, no emotional, spiritual, mental connection. Okay. This is what that book depicted, and this is what's getting rolled out in this fine hour, man. Okay.
Generation of fanatical party workers. At the same time, though most parents are afraid of their own kids to differing degrees, parents are still somewhat encouraged to love their children, which serves to make them more vulnerable to denouncement if they show any sign of thought crime. The kids then serve as useful plants in households, supplementing the telescreens and thought police, another very intimate layer of...
So it's going to get to the point where your children is going to be in your house as a spy. You don't have no authority to discipline them. You don't have the authority to redirect them. All right. The only authority you have, if it's within the limits of big brothers or the society's rules and regulations. Okay. And if that child is going to be taught from birth everything about the system, synchronized with it. So if they see you do something contrary to what they've learned, they got power over you. They could get you thrown in a dungeon. They could get you beheaded. And I just witnessed some shit like that. I'm about to prove it as soon as this clip is over.
Surveillance and control. All of this, of course, is only applicable to party children, or I dare say, outer party children. Proles, as we have noted in other videos on this channel, are not subject to the same strict rules as party members. Unlike party men and women, prole promiscuity is looked upon with indifference. Proles still marry, usually around the age of 20, and have many children, perhaps 8 or 10 or even more. They are married young, middle-aged around 30, and die around 60. Unlike party members, divorce is even permitted. All of this is simply because the proles are deemed politically harmless, since party doctrine states that proles can never revolt of their own accord, that is, without intellectual guidance that usually comes from a middle class, in this case the outer party. They are deemed beneath suspicion, and so, as with all the other restrictions and rules, marriage and children among the proles is simply irrelevant. As for the inner party, though no specific information or examples are available with which to explain their situation, it's likely that, given the whole process of the systems of control and surveillance is to keep absolute power in the hands of this elite, that the restrictions and moulding of their offspring is likely lax, or at least different, compared to outer party kids. This is not necessarily...
That's what they're saying is the elites can raise their children how they want. But everybody else, the so-called middle class, the vast majority of the nation, their children are going to be on strict brainwashing from when they're coming to Earth and gas oxygen. From as soon as their mind is grows enough to retain information, they're going to be on strict indoctrinations. All right, and the parent can't put none of their philosophies, none of their beliefs in them. Okay, and that's what was depicted in this book. And the children in this movie was getting their parents thrown into prison, getting their parents put to death. All right. It had more authority on them because they were more learned in the parties, in the society's education than some of the parents. A lot of the parents had consciences and they were just faking it to make it. But the children was just 100% in it because they were taught from birth. Now listen to what happened to me. All right, this is my testimony. Okay, I have a son that lives in Texas with his mother. He's a part of the LGBTQ community. Okay, he started wilding out at his mother's house in Texas, and she kicked him out, drove him down here to Louisiana, and dropped him off at my mother's house. So when my mother called me and was like, "Oh, the girl dropped the boy off," I said, "I'm not having nothing to do with him. I don't have nothing to do with a body boy." All right. And this thing about was, man, We have a strict code of rules and regulations we have to follow. All right. You know, if you have a son that go not in the way that you tell him, all right, you can part ways with him. Now, we do have laws of the land where we just can't be wild with it. But in this case, I'm ready to take whatever comes my way. Okay, before I let this thing in my house. Okay. He's rebellious. He's a sodomite. He's blonde, his hair. His gait is like a female. He's polished his nails black. He's an abomination. If we was in the ancient world, I would throw the first stone. Okay? So, when he didn't have nowhere to go, DCF, Department of Children's Services, however you say it, called me. And they told me I couldn't abandon him. And I was like, look, he was with his mother in Texas. She's the one abandoned him and just come drop him off my door. I'm not dealing with this guy. And I was forthcoming with him. I was honest with him. I told him I'm not dealing with him because of his lifestyle. Now, when I told them that, all right, I got subpoenaed to come to court and I had to go to trial. Now check what the fuck happened to me. All right. This is the whole minutes for court, all right? Reason child is in state custody, all right? This is what they wrote up they got the date, such and such and such and such. A report of neglect abandonment was received. Now, note, my son was living with my baby mother in Texas, all right? With his alternate lifestyle, he knows what I do week in and week out. He knows what I live every day. He knows this. All right. Truth be told, he didn't want to come around me because he know I am. All right. He knows it's always going to be a variance. Okay. So this is what happened. All right. A report of neglect and abandonment was received. The report alleges the caretaker is not willing to take care of the child because he fears the child. The child has been bouncing around different relatives' houses since his mother dropped him in Louisiana on that date. All right. Well, fuck it. In November. All right. On 3, and then when she dropped him off, I wasn't gonna take him. All right. He's 16. He's defiant. He's like RuPaul. All right. He's all the way left. He's not in the closet. He's flamboyant. Okay. I can't stand putting my eyes on him. I hate to look at him. Okay. So he was bouncing around from different relatives. My mama took him, kicked him out. His older sister took him, kicked him out. He's very rebellious. His auntie, two different aunties from 2 different sides of the family kicked him out. Nobody wants him. All right. He's he's hopeless. He's out of here. All right. Big brother got him. Okay. So, and it reads on 3/12/24, the contact was made with the child's father, who is me, who expressed that he no longer wants to provide care for the child. The father expressed that he does not care about allegations being brought against him. And that's what I told him. I say, before this thing comes in my house and I have to feed it, take care of it, and the lifestyle it is living, I'd rather go sit down. Now, I'm a fast and pray and ask the Lord to work it out, and he did. But I'm like, he's not crossing the threshold in my house. It's not happening, okay? All right? And this motherfucker wrote it up in the report. I didn't think she was going to do it, but it is what it is. All right? The father expressed that he does not care about allegations being brought against him. And that's exactly what they did. They charged me, okay? He just wants the child away from him. The father reported that the child's mother resides in Texas and has not been answering any calls. He just dropped them off and stopped answering the phone. All right. The father reported that the child has lived with at least 5 family members and has been kicked out from each. The father expressed that the child is in danger, that the child is a danger to him and his other children, because like I ain't having no child talk to me crazy. All right. And then I got another son. He don't play that shit either. So what happens in a house where you got a body boy in there being disrespectful. It's going to get physical, and then when the cops come, the alphabet community got all the rights, so it's not going to work out well. So it's better to, hey, whatever I got to deal with the law, deal with it. But he's not coming in his house. It's going to get physical. Okay. All right. The father reported that the child is a homosexual, and he does not believe in or allow this in his household. Okay, that's what they wrote up, and that was the truth. I don't want no body boy nowhere around me. I hate it's not happening. All right, I'm a servant of the Lord. Okay, I don't care if that's my child. We was in the ancient world. I would you know what the law say. If you know, you know. Okay, so I had to go to trial. I had to go to trial for this Friday. All right, and I got judged. Okay, and this is what they wrote up on me. Okay, this is my judgment to show you that everything I just played on there, on that about George Orwell happened to me. This is what they condemned me with. Mr. Jacobs' perception of the child is negative. It is recommended that Mr. Jacobs, that's, I'm Yaquad, that's my name, addresses his mental health concerns. Now listen, they've deemed me mentally incompetent because I'm against the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck it is, the alphabet community lifestyle. So the court has deemed me mentally sick. All right, but if you know in the 1970s, that was deemed, if one man loved another man, that was deemed a mental illness in the 70s. Now it's flipped around. NWA in full effect. The only reason they saying I'm mentally incompetent is because I'm against LGBTQ, whatever the fuck it is, lifestyle. That's it. It ain't me beating him. I didn't put my hands on him. I didn't cuss him out. I just told the people, look, I don't want that around me. I'd rather sit down somewhere else before I have to deal with that. Okay. And the court, this is what the court did. They have stamped me mentally incompetent. All right. They said, it is recommended that Mr. Jacobs address his mental health concerns and participate in parenting education in an effort to learn to manage his son's behavior. The fuck? All right. Now, this is what I have to do, what I've been court ordered to do. And the judge looked me in my eyes and told me if I didn't do it, it would be contempt of court and I would be thrown in a dungeon. This is what I have to do. Mr. Jacobs will have a mental health and substance abuse assessment. The fuck? Because I'm against that lifestyle. Now I have to go to see a fucking shrink, court order. He will follow the treatment making the treatment recommendations of the providers. Mr. Jacobs will participate in now listen, outside of seeing a shrink, they're sending me to Mr. Jacobs will participate in individual counseling through Care South. So that's one entity, right? That's one entity, all right? And Mr. Jacobs will participate in parenting service through Discovery. That's a second entity. So I got to go 3 different places to see shrinks and so-called counselors. They're trying to brainwash me. What they're going to do, everybody in society, re-educate me, all right, and upload me to the system. Okay, I'd rather die. Okay, now I'm not going to be over righteous here. I'm going to follow what the court say and use guile and wisdom with them. But this is about to be everybody's reality. Okay, Mr. Jacobs will participate in family counseling with the child. So they're going to make him come together and make me accept his lifestyle and make me simulate with him. Is this not the NWO? All right. This is a court order. Okay. Mr. Jacob will make himself available to the agency. He will report change in address or phone number within 48 hours of change. All right. Caseworker will meet with Mr. Jacobs to provide support as needed. All right. I'm in dire straits. I've been made to go get a re-education, all right, and learn to assimilate with Satanism. Okay. Court ordered and threatened if I don't do it, all right, that I'm gonna be charged with contempt of court. Tell me this ain't the final hour. All right, and that's the new world order is here. That's just, you know, it's small, it's on a lower level with my situation, but this is about to happen on a global, on a global stance. Okay, they're gonna do away with all religions, all philosophies, and you're gonna have to do what they just stipulated me to do. All right, and it's a 4-time written. Okay, this is Revelation. All right, the centerpiece of prophecy. But you got to understand that what goes on with the centerpiece of prophecy. Let me show you. This Revelation, chapter 13, it's a mind fuckery. It's 16. All right. And he calls them all, both small and great. This is everybody on the planet Earth. All right. Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads. All right. Now, if you want to do any type of, and I'm going to read verse 17, and then no one might buy or sell, do any type of business and commerce, or take care of yourself, save ye have the Quran, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. Now, listen, when you go get this digital certificate, it's not just about you having a way to go work and take care of your family. Nah, that philosophy is going to come when they roll out this new money system. Rules, regulations, and criteria is going to get rolled out with it. All right, you're going to have to get re-educated. You're going to have to learn the new constitution. You're going to have to go to school again. All right, and learn the new way of living. It's not just going to be how you think it's going to be. Oh, I'm getting this. We're doing this so we can make money. No, they're going to use this to revamp your thinking. And when they say he calls out, he's going to make you do it. They're going to ask you, look, are you going to get down with this new system or what? No, I just want the digital certificate, but I ain't dealing with that, the LGBTQ stuff. Then, all right, then they're going to put you in a concentration camp. You see, because you could get the mark. I mean, you could not get the mark, all right, but still be connected to the beast, okay? Let me get that. Is that 16? Let me get there real fast. See, this beast system is a war for our minds. All right. Let me see where it is. Bear with me. Might be 15. Where's the one where they say I'm supposed to be able to go straight through it? I thought it was 16. Where they didn't get the bear with me. Let me get that precept real fast. I thought it was in 16. Bear with me. See the market of universal. All right, it's 19. Salakia. It's 19. Bear with me. Got him. All right. Got to be sharpening that. All right, this Revelation 19 and 20. All right. And the beast was taken. All right. That's the system. All right. That the EU and NATO is going to push throughout the planet Earth. This philosophy is going to get pushed through them. And with them, the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, and that's the Vatican. All right. These popes do all of the wickedness and enchantments and things that they push throughout the planet Earth, because every fucking religion is really birthed out of Catholicism, which he deceived them that had received the mark. All right. You can receive the mark, okay, or don't receive the mark, and them that worship his image. You see, you got a lot of Bible Belt Christians that say they're not going to get the charagma, but guess what? They still want America to flourish. They still want to be patriotic. They still are down with that mindset. So you don't get the charagma, but still worship the image, okay? All right? You can still have that mindset, all right? And a lot of our people are having that mindset. Oh, man, that's your son. You still got to love him anyway. That's when you bowing down to that image, man. And I don't want to have nothing to do with him, man. I don't want to see him, man, okay? I don't want to have nothing to do with him. When you bow down to that image, you start compromising, all right? You start settling for things that the Lord told us don't do, all right? And then the next thing you know, all right, you're fully assimilated with this system, all right? What they're trying to do me. And Yahweh Shema forbid. These were both cast alive in the lake of fire burning with brimstone, all right? So you can't let this devil get your mind. He's all about getting you to synchronize with this system. And I'm going to show you. These things happen in the ancient world, man. All right? These things happen in the ancient world. Bear with me. Things written aforetime was written for our learning. All right, this first Maccabees one. All right, this this basically was a new world order. Okay? This was a new world order. The Antiochus implemented, all right? Nothing different than what they're doing right now in this day and time. All right, First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus, tomato, wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. You see, and that's that new world order. All right, that spirit has been trying to fulfill this enterprise since way back in Genesis, the 11th chapter, okay? One of them damn Cushites was trying to implement it, all right? And everyone should leave his laws. You see, your philosophy, whatever your mind is, that's what this system is about. It's about taking away your thought process, taking away your belief system, and conforming to the ones laid out by the elites. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. And most of humanity is going to agree. They're going to get down. He calls it all small and great, all right? They're going to conform. What this devil's trying to get me to conform to, most people are going to conform to it. I'd rather be beheaded. I'd rather, man, do your worst before I submit to some shit like that, man. Okay? Now, I'm not going to be over righteous, all right? I'm not going to be over righteous. Certain things, if I could deal with guile and be and deal with them with wisdom, I'm going to wiggle through it. The Lord don't give us no burden we can't bear. You dig? But nah, death is better than to do some things, man. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. This religion was a new world order. All right, you had to put away your laws that govern you, your philosophies that govern you, and you had to consent to his and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Shabbat. All right, and what they're telling us to do? Conform to get along with transformers. All right, conform to Satanism, basically. That's what this new system is going to be. It's going to be anti-Mashiach. Everything they tell you is cool to do is going to be wicked. It's going to be off. All right? For the king had sent letters by messages into Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of their land. See, they're enforcing the strange laws of the land on me through my child, who's an enemy. Who's an enemy? Hey, go see what's wrong. All right. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple. And they should profane the Shabbats and festival days. Okay. All right. And pollute the sanctuary of the holy people. So they want to separate us from our power. Okay. Set up altars and groves. I mean, conform to their pagan way of life and chapels of idols, sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. All right. They're going to try to make heterosexual men assimilate with transformers. This system is going to make you do these things. Like these entertainers, if they want they want riches. They have to, for them to get those riches, they have to do unspeakable things, and it's coming out. They're going to do that to every person on the planet. They're going to make you do shit. Oh, you want to be able to take care of your family, huh? You're starving, huh? You got to do this. You got to get down with this, okay? Death is better, okay? That they should leave their children, you see? And it's the wars for your children in their minds. That they should leave their children uncircumcised, and your children are going to become your enemies, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. And that was the New World Order, all right? All right? That was written aforetime for our learning. Nothing new under the sun, okay? It happened in the ancient world, and it's going to happen in this day and time. And it's already started. Looking at my situation, okay? This is Matthew 10. All right? And beware, if your children are not obedient, okay? For you new brothers coming in, or if you have children, or whoever's yoke you and they're not submitting to you, all right, and conforming to your teachings, all right, you got to prepare yourself for scriptures like these, all right? This is Matthew 10 and 21, all right? And the brother shall deliver a brother to death, all right? This goes for all your biological family, man. That ain't right. The brother from Chicago, I think his name Yarmar, GMS Teach What Is Taught. He did a beautiful sit down a couple weeks ago. I reposted it. All right. And the name of it was the theme of it was you have family and you have relatives. All right. This thing of ours, our brothers are our family. We ready to die for one another. We ready to be there for one another. Your relatives, they'll fuck over you. You don't know your relatives. They're living according to another fashion, another mindset. All right. You're not like-minded with them. All right. They're rocking out to another meaning, all right? And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents when my son has done me, and cause them to be put to death. I can see it so clearly. If he had the chance, he would do it. Because I'm against that lifestyle. I'm against that abominable filth. The Lord said you're going to hate one and love the other, okay? These prophecies are jumping off the book. Because guess what? They're materializing in our lives, man. Okay. All right. And the Lord gave us examples of these things happening in the ancient world. This is another example. All right. Let me get addition to Esther. All right. This is what happened in the New World Order. All right. And this is chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 4. The fuck? Oh, this shit off. It's off. They wouldn't even. I ain't never seen this happen. They saying that the book not on here. It's fucked up. I'm gonna just read it on my phone. What kind of shit that is? Wow. Let me see something. They just tripping. Yep, they just tripping on addition to Esther. I'm gonna just read it on my phone. Yep, they just tripping with her. All right, with the book. All right, this is addition to Esther. I'm gonna go to verse 4. I mean chapter 4 and start at verse 4. All right. And it reads, this addition to Esther chapter 4, verse 4, declare unto us that in all nations throughout the world there were scattered a certain malicious people. All right. Now, this is the same thing that happened in the ancient world when these decrees were put out against our people. All right. That's a decree put out against me. All right. And the powers to be are trying to force me to rock out to their wicked vibration. Okay. This same thing happened in the ancient world. Declaring to us that all throughout the world that scattered a certain malicious people. All right. Now, when I read this, what it said about me, it says, it says Mr. Jacobs has mental issues. It's fucked up, bro. It said I have mental issues, man, because I'm standing up for righteousness. So why did they say we were a malicious people? Because we were standing up and living according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? That declaring to us that in all nations throughout the world there were scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations. And they say I have a mental problem because I'm contrary to their fashion. I'm not thinking like they want me to think. Okay? And continually to despise the commandment of the kings. We're going to despise it even if it gets us killed. All right? We're going to despise it to the end. I don't want to rock the side with their men. And the Lord keep the spirit upon us, man. Okay? Fuck that, man. I don't give a fuck about no jail for some shit like that. I ain't going to jail for no bullshit, but if you're going to try to make me, nah, fuck that, man. Do your worst. Okay? So, as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward. Seeing then, we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition to all men. This the same persecution about to come on us, brother. For you're gonna make us offender of words, all right? And they're gonna hate us because we're rebuking in the gates, man. All right, all these prophecies about to jump off the book, man. That persecution about to hit, man. All right, full throttle. It started on me on the lower level. It's gonna be full throttle where they're gonna be want to behead us, okay? And evil affected to our state. All right, they're gonna they deem us troublemakers. All right, working all the mischief they can that our kingdom may not be firmly established. See, we want what we saying about this system. We want America destroyed. We don't want this new world. Well, we want the new world order instituted because we know once this devil think he's instituted his enterprise, the Lord is going to rain down fire on his ass. All right, but hey, we're totally against everything that America pushes, man. All right, and this is how our people were in the ancient world. All right. Therefore have we commanded that all that are signified in writing unto you by Amen. This shit is writing. This is all right, a government fucking document, okay, who is ordained over the affairs and is next to us, a fucking judge. She's ordained. She went to college and she's ordained by the system to put that decree on me. All right, shall all with their wives and children be utterly destroyed by the swords of their enemies. All right, they're gonna put that same decree out on us. This is just some small potatoes that I'm going through. Soon it's gonna be, ain't gonna be, oh, get counseling, get re-educated, or go over here and see this shrink. Nah, they're gonna be like off with his head. All right, send them to the gallows. Okay, shall be utterly destroyed by the sword of their enemies, without mercy and pity, the 14th day of the 12th month Adar of this present year. I think that's February. Yeah, the 12th month is February. Okay. I think that's February. All right. So, hey, the prophecies jumping off the book, the new world order, the way they're going to do things, rolling out this new system, a father that disdains his son's lifestyle and don't want to have nothing to do with it. He's deemed mentally incompetent by this system and is court ordered to get counseling. When I go there, what are they going to be trying to do? They're going to try to manipulate me and brainwash me to accept that abominable filth that and was in my spirit is Leviticus 20:13. There's nothing they could tell me. You know, we'll get them with guile. I'll get them with guile. You know, pray to you, how about Shema Shah protect me from the motherfuckers, that I don't have to go in no dungeon and season my words with salt to manipulate their asses. Okay. All right. That's what they're going to take me there for, to try to use that let me get, this is what they're going to try to do, man. All right. This is what they're going to do, try to do the whole planet Earth. They're gonna, and most people are going to fall for it. This 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. All right. Lest Satan should get advantage of. No, that's not what I want. All right. That is a good one, though. Lest Satan get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. All right. And that's what his device is, man. He want everybody. He's one of his devices he's going to use is his legislation to get everybody to conform to his abominable bullshit. All right, this is Colossians 2:8. All right. Beware. This is what they're gonna be trying to do me with the fucking shrink. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. They want to corrupt you. They want to pollute you. They want you to think like a fucking Roman and live as the Romans do. And they were some abominable pieces of shit after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. They want you to renounce Yahushua, man. All right? They want you to renounce our great king, man. You know? And it's death before dishonor, man. That's how it's about to be. It's going to be death before dishonor. All right? The time of talking is up. We about to have to apply everything we're learning. The time from talking is just about up. All right? This is Daniel 3. This is another similar to. This is another example of what happened in the ancient world, what they're going to do to us. All right, Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel 3:1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof was 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, all right, all these government officials, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, all the rulers and provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar had set up. So he's passing laws and decrees, all right, for the people to come do what? Participate in that idolatrous affair, all right? And if you didn't do it, what was going to happen? Let's see what the penalty will happen if the people didn't conform to this legislation he rolled out. Then the princes, the governors, the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then a herald cried aloud, and a herald is somebody who used to come in the middle of a city, and he would proclaim, he would have a scroll and read everything, the decrees of the king, okay? To you is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the golden image of Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whosoever falleth not down and worship the same hour shall be cast in the midst of a burning fiery furnace. The same things are going to happen. They're going to try to make us conform to all these abominable ass laws. All right, in the centerpiece of prophecy, they're going to try to make us put that digital certificate in us ultimately, and they're going to try to brainwash you and make you more profane than they are. Okay, they're gonna. Hey, all of you grown people, this devil, for the 2/3 and the people of the society, he's gonna re-educate them. All right, he's gonna give them a new mindset, and those that don't conform, he's gonna kill them, man. All right. So Jacob's trouble, man, is upon us, and the new world order is here. It's fucking here. It's fucking here, man. Okay. All right. I see you, Moan. You're doing your thing, brother. All right, the brother. I'm gonna read a few of your precepts. All right. Isaiah 5:20. Woe to him that call evil good and good evil. Yeah. All right. They're saying it's good for you to live in being harmonious and synchronized with sodomites. All right. They're calling that lifestyle good. And the person that rejects it and don't want to have nothing to do with it, they're calling him evil. They say I got a mental, I'm mentally incompetent because I won't conform to that. They call it evil good and good evil. They put darkness for light and light for darkness. And that's what the New World Order is all about, putting darkness for light and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. All right. The man that rejects, all right, that lifestyle, he's made an offender for a word and deemed mentally incompetent. And the people that embrace it and bear it and conform to it, they're called good citizens. You can't make this shit up. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. They're here. All right. This is a perilous decree. All right. That's a perilous fucking decree they didn't put on me, man. All right. Psalms 37, 32 through 33. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when it was judged. And that's the spirit I'm in, one. I'm like, man, even though that shit was put on me, what the scriptures say, take it cheerfully. The book of James say, count it all joy when various tribulations come upon you. I mean, you know, I taught my son, you've been around that nigga, you know what time it is. You know, I taught him right from wrong, man. You know, so if I get persecuted and all that for doing what's right, the Lord ain't gonna let me get condemned by these demons and imps, man. And if it's his will for me to give up the ultimate sacrifice, I just hope he put the same spirit on me, put on Stephen, and our great King Yahushua. And Paul was ready to go give up the ghost. He said, I finished the race. He sounded like he was happy. All right, this is 2 Maccabees 6:18. Elijah, one of the principal scribes and aged men and well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. All right, verse 19. But he choosing rather to die gloriously, that's what I'm talking about, brother, than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came to his own accord to the torment. That was a beautiful death. That's what you call a beautiful death. That's an honorable death. All right. And men that do these things, they're gonna come back with the Lord. All right. We're gonna meet those that are alive in the air. We're gonna come with the Lord. We're gonna have them new bodies, and then we're gonna come get our revenge, our recompense. Okay. Isaiah 29:21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reprove him in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. All right. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now with my situation, man. And many other brothers, man. Like, this was going on with me, brother. When something go on in your camp, you best believe a brother going through something, you best believe it's happening through the elect throughout the four winds. All right. Brothers going through same shit. Then my shit probably small potatoes compared to some another brother go through. You know, these are the times we're living in. All right. And we got to embrace this tribulation, embrace these things. But just know, prepare yourself. That new world order is is here. All right. This devil about to start moving and snatching people out of their homes and taking them to concentration camps, talking about re-educating them. And hey, it's happening. All right. So with that, I don't want to route this out. It was edifying to the hearers. I'm going to get infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua Bashim, Harakakadash, double honors to elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. A salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahushua, putting his true cross of foes. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Bible Ball.